Welcome back to the Gossip Gallery, where no icon goes unnoticed, and today, we're diving deep into the bold, rebellious, and downright unforgettable journey of the one and only Linda Blair. Most people still remember her as the possessed little girl from The Exorcist, with her head spinning, green vomit flying, and that terrifying stare that haunted a generation. But let's set the record straight. Linda Blair has never been just a horror movie relic or a one-role wonder. Decades after she chilled spines and broke box office records in the 1973 classic, Linda has managed to completely rewrite her story, and this time, it's not about demons or exorcisms. It's about owning the spotlight, shattering expectations, and showing the world exactly who she is on her own terms. From the moment she stepped into the spotlight as a teenager, Linda made it clear she wasn't going to be boxed in by Hollywood's narrow labels. Yes, she could play innocent. Yes, she could play terrifying. But she could also be bold, sexy, political, unfiltered, and unapologetically herself, a combination that made her both a lightning rod for controversy and an icon for fearless reinvention. And oh, did she ever lean into that fire? Throughout the late 70s and 80s, Linda stunned fans and critics alike by bearing far more than just her soul. She posed for daring magazine spreads that had audiences gasping and moral watchdogs clutching their pearls. Those risque photo shoots, often laced with defiance and confidence, weren't about shock for shock's sake. They were Linda's statement to the world. I am not the little girl from that horror movie anymore. And despite the backlash, because of course there was backlash, she stood tall, brushed off the judgment, and kept marching to the beat of her own drum. From red carpets to late-night interviews, Blair radiated a unique mix of glamour and grit. She wasn't just flashing skin. She was flipping the bird to the very industry that tried to define her. Linda proved she was in control of her image, her body, and her career. Even as others tried to paint her as a cautionary tale or reduce her to a sensational headline, she pushed forward, fearlessly and fabulously. But Linda's journey wasn't all glitter and rebellion. Behind the scenes, she dealt with her fair share of personal struggles, career roadblocks, and the weight of being forever associated with one of the most iconic horror films in cinematic history. Yet rather than be haunted by her past, she built on it. She transformed the infamy into a platform for passion, particularly her deep, unwavering commitment to animal welfare. Her foundation, the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation, has rescued thousands of abused and neglected animals over the years, proving that behind the fierce exterior beats the heart of a true humanitarian. And now, at 66, Linda Blair continues to dazzle in ways that defy the norms of both Hollywood and aging. Whether she's stepping out in stylish, skin-bearing outfits that leave fans doing double takes or speaking candidly in interviews with that same fire in her eyes, she commands attention without even trying. Her skin glows, her figure remains enviable, and more importantly, her energy remains infectious. She's not trying to turn back the clock. She's living proof that embracing your age with confidence is far more powerful than pretending to be 25 forever. Every time she reappears in the public eye, fans across generations find themselves captivated. They're not just reacting to how good she looks, though, let's be honest. She looks amazing. They're reacting to the energy she radiates, the unspoken message that says, I've lived, I've struggled, I've thrived, and I'm still here. That kind of magnetic presence doesn't come from perfect makeup or flattering lighting. It comes from authenticity. And that's exactly what Linda Blair has in spades. She's still that woman who shocked the world, not just with supernatural theatrics, but with her refusal to fade away quietly. Whether it's bearing skin on a magazine cover or bearing her soul in an interview, she's always done it with honesty, confidence, and a touch of rebellious flair. And while many stars try to rebrand or reinvent themselves over and over again to stay relevant, Linda simply evolved, and somehow remained both grounded and gloriously unfiltered. She's seen the highs of Hollywood fame and the lows of public scrutiny, but she's never let any of it define her. She's the girl who once screamed through one of the scariest movies of all time, and now, she's the woman who screams confidence without saying a word. So, next time you think of Linda Blair, don't reduce her to a pop culture scare tactic or a where are they now headline. Think of her as a woman who bared it all on screen, off screen, and in the pages of history, with guts, glamour, and gutsy determination. She didn't just survive Hollywood, she outplayed it. And honestly, how many former child stars can say that? Linda Blair is more than just a scream queen. She's a rebel, a role model, and a reminder that sometimes the most powerful way to shock the world is to live authentically, fiercely, and fabulously on your own terms.